Hello everybody, welcome back. As you can see, we are at a very familiar property. This is Minshuku. It's the first job that we did in the Akamatsu Valley, and I'm still confused with how these houses are built. I thought the best way to figure it out was to actually buy a house, and then we've got a better idea of exactly what's happening. I'm just gonna go around and sell stuff because I think this is the only way I'm gonna figure it out in my head. I just want to take the vines that are on the floor away, and then we can get an idea of what everything is doing. Now, what's interesting here, why can I not sell? Right, can I change? Okay, I can change the size. They put in a bunch of these. Now, what I'm finding fascinating is this particular stone doesn't seem to expand like it used to. So I'm interested in that. This is just a journey of discovery for us, as well as just sort of figuring out what's up with the whole house. So these are the kind of things that I want to know. So you're gonna bear with me, or we'll figure something out. I don't know. All right, so this is back where we started. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay, so it's 1,200 square meters of property. The house is 180 square meters, so a lot of it is garden. We have a pond here. It's looking a little worse for wear. A lot of sad stuff. They finally got these things to float. Nope. Can you see that? Not going to argue. I'm just going to leave it floating unless we want to remove it completely. All right. I think I need to start selling. Oh, that's in. You can see I've been elsewhere. But we need to just get rid of some of this rubbish because we can't see properly. Well, I can't see properly. The dead bamboo. I'm not selling the cherry tree. I'm going to sell the spooky tree. You also a spooky tree. Or a dead bramble. That's live bamboo, so I'm not going to mess with live bamboo. I want to get rid of the dead bamboo. Now, these are floating. If I duplicate that and place it, it's not gonna float. So this has been done with the move tool, and I'm not gonna mess with it. Where were we? Don't duplicate the dead bamboo. Alright. Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to go. You're in my way. If I'm not mistaken, we have a section here that we walk through, and there's a pretty little pond here. Can we get further than that? No, we can't. More dead bamboo. It's a light. That's very pretty, and it runs under to there. If we come down here, we go out to the bus stop, which I think is awesome. I am removing the umbrellas. My fingers were twitching the last time to remove the umbrellas, but I didn't. I think it's time to do that. Okay. What is, oopsie. Don't sell anything. Let's change stuff. Okay, so that's a beam and that's a wooden plank. So they've built this bridge for us. That's very kind of them. And then we've got a bunch of things here. Yeah, weed, go. I want to click on the wrong thing. Because I know it's going to be hard to put it back. I take the wrong thing out. That is a scraggly tree. Oh, and instantly the garden is opened up. Look at that. We've got this little section here with the bins. It hasn't got that nice little section that was built for the bins there. That's just wrong. Why did they take it away? I want to take anything out yet that isn't either a weed or in our way. It's like dead. Daffodils. Ooh. Spring is coming to your side of the world. Aren't you lucky? We are going straight into winter right now. Yay. It's going to be cold. That looks a bit better. I like a slightly less manicured garden. I don't know. That's just me. Let's get rid of this stuff. They've also built us nice little edgings in the garden. What did I do? What is that? Oopsie. Okay, leave it. Don't get excited about selling other stuff. Scraggly bush. Ooh, look at that. The tulips are looking good. Okay, they're not going to be of any use to us here. Cherry blossoms are looking good. A little bit of gardening and then we'll get stuck into the house. But as I say, this is like an exploration. I want to see how they've put it together. Interesting that we can't delete. I can delete those, but I can't delete the rocks. Not gonna argue. Just gonna go with it. Alright, now I have finally sort of figured out what's door, what isn't door. Wow, I think we need to get rid of some of this. What do you say? And give it a vacuum. Now, I've had my first run-in with the new buyers, and they don't hold back, eh? They get quite unhappy with you, which is quite funny. Now, this isn't a huge house, but I also don't know if we are going to get any help with putting the mats down. So there's that. All right, again. Oh boy, these are individual beams that have been put in here. Okay, so a lot of stuff has been modified and changed. Oh boy. If we mess up, this is going to be a fun time, isn't it? Alright, so I'm taking the curtains down. I don't want, oopsie, I don't want curtains here. There we go. This is the old bathhouse. The old kitchen. Which one was it? Okay, so they've been very kind to build all this for us. Wow. This is what I mean about finding out what they've put together. The developers or whoever built this place and what is available for us to do. This is the whole thought process. cute little bathroom. This is terrible. Okay, you've now opened and you're never going to close again. Okay, I'll learn my lesson. Okay, so that's roof. These are beams. Oh boy, guys. I'm too scared to actually try and open these windows now. Each one of these beams is individually placed. What is that? Hanging cabinet Yugen. What's that? And then we have... Okay. Makes sense. That's the standing cabinet, and then that's the wardrobe. That's the whole family. Then we have the double door. Okay. Now, I like these folding doors because they save space. I'm not going to argue with that. What is that? Oh, yo. That one. If I change that, let's go for... Where's the bamboo? New bamboo. Only thing I don't like about the bamboo is it's very... Oh, so now, let's say that. Will you open? Okay, so we have an idea, a better idea. What happens if I put the relaxing? Oh yes, that's better. Is that green tint there? Sea green, faded one. Awesome. There we go. I think I'm going to leave. Don't want to leave the ceiling. Do I dare? Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So these are little pieces of actual ceiling. Seriously? Oh wow. Okay. If we copy that, does lighten it up, and we can put some pretty patterns on the walls. Okay. We'll look at that. I don't know what color to do it though, because we haven't really got an idea of wallpaper. Okay. Think let's find a wallpaper that we like. How's that sound? Let's sell this stuff. I'm just into these mats are going to be... My nerves are finished. That chair was right under the mat. So if I change that, I have no idea what would be on the edge of the tummy mat. Can I change all of these so they don't need to be fixed? They look okay. Just don't know what the floor is underneath them. Should we take a look? Oh, it's pretty floor. Okay. Lovely wood. Okay, I'm not going to argue with that. That will work nicely with the mat. Let's see. Okay, these are all wooden shelves. That can be changed. It might be a little bit much on the rest of the door, because it's got a very hefty pattern, doesn't it? Let's copy that. And that, and let's see if it still opens the right way. Yes, it does. I'll say it's got a very specific pattern on it, and I'd rather that it didn't have such a definite pattern. All right, now shall we see if these are all roof pieces? Yep. Oh, wow. I think I'm going to this and lighten the whole house up. Yeah, that's a problem. There we go. Wow. My little brain is not designed for this. That's okay. Where was I? I was talking about wallpaper. I want some pretty wallpaper, and we can change the cupboards if we find some pretty wallpaper. And that has got to go. Do we have a light switch? Yes, we do. And the TV's going to go. And is there anything in this cupboard? Nope. Anything in this cupboard? Yes, books. Will the books fit in the cupboard? Yes, they will. Surface finishes. I would like some pretty new wallpaper to play with. I'm thinking of spring for some reason, possibly because we're going into winter. I really like this wallpaper. That is also gorgeous. But if this is going to be sort of a children's room, oh, look at that. Let's look at it and see if it'll work. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. Why is there a thing here? Hold on. Ah. Might have to change that to a different kind of wood. But that's fine. Let's... Oh, why am I trying to paint? Let's do this, shall we? I think that's really pretty, but this now needs to change. Maybe that. I think that'll work. All right, you are welcome to yell at me if you think, oh, I'm doing strange things. Oh, hold on, there's a little bit of green there. I see you. Up. I don't know. All right, let's do the roof. Let's get ourselves some bamboo. Let's see if it's the right way around. Shall we? This might be a little bit too much bamboo. It's very yellow. Well, I think that's quite interesting. If we close that, it's not as intense. Okay, so we've got a fun... I think I'm going to do that in a slightly darker wood. Don't know if this is the right thing. I'm thinking of this. Let me just try it out behind here. That could be fun, just for the heck of it. Yes, the yellow wood and the peach looks quite intense, but I like it. So there's that. Tones it down a bit. It just gives it a bit of depth in the cupboard there. Okay, should we change this to planks? What have they done here? They've done the Japanese planks. All right. Let's see. I got the direction right. Yes. Look at that. It's just turned the red down and I've just thrown yellow at it in here. Because I can. Come on. Thank you. I think that's pretty for a kid's room. Then we can put a whole bunch of something new stuff. So just sort it to the new. That's easier. We've got a whole bunch of cute things here. Got all the anime characters. Let's do all 3 of them because they're so cute. We'll put them in the cupboard. They do not sit on the shelf. That's fine. Oh, I just bought the blue. Sorry. We've got all books. There we've got these plushies. They're so cute. I really like Ninetales. Seriously? You take up that much space? I need it. Yeah. I need a ladder. We might as well buy a ladder, hey? Oh no. We're probably gonna need a bigger one, hey? There we go. Pride of place in the cupboard. And some postcards. We've got all these pretty postcards. It's a poster. How big is that? Well, that... Yeah, that'll fit. I like that. Very pretty. Can we close this now? Yes, we can. All right, let's find a bed. I mean, we've got these. We should use them. I think I'm going to go with the walnut. Am I being smart by putting it there? I don't know, but it feels right. Okay, we'll go with the soft fabric. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go pink. It's not cherry blossoms, but it's very pretty. And it works with it because it has the flowers. Ew! What on earth color is that sheet? No, absolutely not. Better. Let's put a lamp up because it's getting dark. Oh, I love these lamps. Ceiling lamp. How big is that? Yes. Whoa. Really? Maybe not. Maybe not that intense. That's pretty. Okay. I like that. Now, where was I? I was looking at beds and then I got distracted and I have no idea what the side tables are. Hey, I'm going to do it. We only need one side table, don't we? This wood looks really nice with the wallpaper behind it, so I'm going to say yes. And I think we need a little desk. Got one of these little desks. Still don't know how to put it, but I think that would be cute. Let's see. Yep, that'll fit. And that's a sliding door, so it'll be fine. As it gets darker, that looks fairly... Wow. That light just blew my brains. I'm going to do this one. Let's see if it'll work. That works in here. I really want this drawing tablet. It's huge. Okay, it sits that way and it opens like... Oh. It sits that way and it opens like such. I mean, how cool is that? The pen sits in the holder. Wow, that is so cool. We can put a little TV in here. It should be fine next to the anime characters. I have a feeling that something like the calligraphy set would be somewhere in this cupboard here, for whatever reason. Now, I don't think we can put clothes in the cupboard, but we can check. No, they only fit on that rack thing. Darn. We'll just leave the cupboard empty, shall we? Am I stuck? I'm not stuck. That light is super, super bright. I don't know why it's super, super bright, but I think we're going to put in a little lamp. instead. Let's see if that will be no better. Way better. Is it my eyes or is it just crazy? Well, I think that's a cute bedroom. I think we need to get out of there before my eyes burn out of my head. Is this going to be an ongoing thing now? Because that worries me. That's what we had in House Flipper 1, was the light problem. It was so burningly intense that it made my eyes burn. So yay, looking forward to that. Oh well. Alright, these beams I have to paint. This beam I can change. I think I'm going to go slightly darker here. How's that? We can get away with that. That's okay. And then I think these are all going to be that instead. It looks nice with the flow. And I think that'll work. I have a feeling I'm going to change my mind about that. Okay, so I have recovered from my bamboo overload. And I have changed up in the bedroom. I think it looks much better, more subtle. And I've put a couple of ottomans here. We've got some books in here, which we can go and put back there. And maybe just a few more books. And then I think this room is done. I just got a little bit carried away there. It is what it is. There we go. I think that's pretty. It's fairly intense colors on the cupboards, but I quite like it. It's unusual for me. And then in here, I have kept the wood here. Now you'll see. Don't do that. Here, this is Arizona walnut, which is a nice wood for, again, well, as far as I'm concerned, it's a nice wood against the, there we go, the European walnut. And I have got it here. So I think I'm going to do these beams. Let's see. It is still a dark wood, but it's not as intense. I think it's not like that. So have any of you guys entered the competition that came out with the latest DLC, the one I'm working on right now? Because I am intrigued by it, but I don't know if I can do it justice, because as you can see, I'm very unsure of what I can do with the tool that we've been given. I'm not sure, but I might give it a try. Seriously, you're not going to let me do that? Am I going to have to move you? And that irritates me. Right, can I move you? Or are you going to give me trouble? Probably. That is what it is. Because you were put there. Yep, you were put there with a move tool. It is what it is. That's the last of it up here in this area. I'm going to be specific about that. Okay, That to my way of thinking is better. This is going to have to change. I don't mind the walls. The walls are pretty. Let's see if we can copy the walls. If we can, that means we don't have to paint them. Okay. Perfect. But now, you guys are going to have to change again. Blends in nicely with the walls. And yes, this is changing. Let's do that. Very neutral. But I prefer that. I'm okay with the lights here. We need a light here. Let's take it down to a warmer color. There we go. Now we can see that hasn't been done. Hang it. Yes. Awesome. Amazing how quickly you can spot the colors are different. Only thing I don't like is this is now too far out. But it's fine. Right, now I'm not an expert on bathrooms, especially Japanese bathrooms. And what the heck is that? We could do smoked glass. Alright, let's copy that into that. That's smoked, so you can't see anything. I'm guessing I'm going to just have to embrace this. Okay. I like the color of the paint. I'm okay with that. It's actually tiles there and paint there. Is it tiles in here? Yes, it is. These little houses drive me a little crazy. Are you connected anyway? Yes, you are. There we go. That's pretty. You, my little friend, are going. I'm going to get a slightly more modern wash basin. There we go. I'm doing this slow and steady and careful because I'm not sure, but I think that's pretty. I would like to put something on the wall here though. Let's go with that. Oh shoot, that's huge. A little big, the frame, but that's pretty. All right. I'm going to wander through and play a little bit more with the house. Look at the outside, look at the inside. That won't open. That won't open. If I... you see, it's like, okay, will you do that? Yeah, heaven. Okay, I'm walking away from everything right this minute. I'm going to go and play around with stuff. And see what I see, if that makes sense. Get some more inspiration. I'm inspired by the colors of the garden at the moment because they are beautiful. So I think I'm going to take that as inspiration for the furnishings in the house. We've got the light oranges, the whites, the creams, the pinks, the lilacs and the lavenders. All these colors are beautiful. So I think we need to do, well, take some inspiration from that and put it inside there. So guys, I'm going to leave it here. Sure. Oh look, we have an aircon unit up there. How the heck are we going to get up there? Huge ladder. So thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.